So when I'm creating Captain Cook and creating these characters, I just start off with really simple shapes for their body. I always draw their body first. And then for Cook especially, I wanted to make him look like a sparrow, like a bird. And I did this for a couple of reasons, because I wanted him to look quite sharp and unfriendly, but at the same time let the reader make their own decision on it. So I drew on these just really basic shapes for this structure, and I tried to make Cook look really pompous, like he's kissing the end of his nose. And then I just go in and add all these details in, just keep building it up, and adding his hair. All the while trying to reinforce that character and keeping him really strong and stiff. And everything sort of follows these sharp angles and everything. So this is an example of approaching a character that's probably a bit older for a different audience. Whereas with Jake, it's much more about softer shapes and also just being a bit more simple. I've created Jake to be this really simple character, so that when all these extraordinary things happen to him, it just seems even bigger and wilder. Given this haircut that I used to have, and just add in all the details. And I always draw him really quickly whenever I'm just starting out, because then I can make him move and run and jump and do what I need him to do. So if I am going to make him run, then I'll just draw these shapes back in, and then just manipulate the shapes to whatever I need him to do. And just make him move, and then I really get to understand the character. And for Cook, for this Captain Cook, let's rub this down. This particular, I'll leave that up maybe. This particular scene was all about the ship, and it was all about freedom when they first got out into the open seas. And so I really wanted to capture some of these key points in there, which was talking about what they were seeing and how they felt about what they were seeing, so sharks and penguins and flying fish. And I wanted to make the ship, there was a lot of thought put into how the ship looked. It's actually Cook's hat turned upside down. So when I was creating the Endeavour, publisher gave me a lot of freedom to play around with the Endeavour and not be so tight on making it historically correct. So it's way over the top in its size. It's got completely no use for its rudder because it's out of the water. But when I was putting this sketch together and coming up with the concept, I just really wanted to start with this one word of just keeping everything really epic. And so I will really just start off as a really, really quick thumbnail sketch, and this is how I just thought of it in a dream actually, of having the water cut across so you can see this cross section in between, and you can see part above and below. And then I have the ship with the sails, penguins over here, kelp in the middle, flying fish up here, and the clouds coming in. And that's kind of my basis for it, and then I just keep referring back to it.